building, baby.
There you go. Look at get your daddy chuck.
All day, all day.
I mean, look at
All right, on the intro, everything.
We rapping G. 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 We rapping G. 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 We rapping G. 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 We rapping woo, 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 boom.
1008 TVU Sports, we back in the building, man. We about to hit y'all with a fresh edition of the 2019 Top 5 Week 3 edition for the 7 and 8-year-olds. And that is our freshman division. And y'all already know that this league is becoming top end heavy. It is becoming stacked. So that means we about to get into district play. So every game actually means something, with a whole lot of big games coming up this weekend, Saturday, between a whole lot of ranked teams. We ain't going to do all the small talk. We're going to dive right into the top 5. Let's get it started. The number 5 team, making a re-entry into the top 5, the Herrera Rams. This team came out the gate at 0-1 with a big-time loss to the Willie Panthers. But their best player, or one of their best players, was ejected midway through that game and didn't finish that game. So we don't know how that game would have turned out. Then they come back next week and have a big win against the Joe W. Brown Spartans by a score of 14-0. So when I think about this Herrera team, I think about the veteran, Coach Wimp. And I think Coach Wimp has more confidence in his team now moving forward, since they played those 2 games, coming up against the big game they have Saturday against Goretti. Now, when I think about this game Saturday against Goretti for Herrera, I'm thinking about a few names. Carmelo White, Young Juice is back. Young Juice didn't play the first game against Willie Hall. They lost 6-0. Young Juice came back the second game against Joe Brown, and he did what Young Juice do. He scored a touchdown. Him and Lambo Landon. Both of them boys scored, and they went over Joe Brown. But now when I think about Young Juice, when I think about Landon, then I think about my man Knowledge. Then I also think about Carter Duplessis and Cameron White. What would those guys do come Saturday when they got to face a team like Goretti and the skill set that they have? So that's going to be a major, major thing about this Herrera team moving forward in the rankings. What will they do come Saturday against a team like the Goretti Saints? So the number 4 team is the Herrera Rams. The number 4 team, previous rank, number 5, the champions, the Melanie Raiders. Now this team is led by veteran coaches also. When I think about Coach Norwood, veteran coach. But then he also got the Young Juice with him with Coach Ryan. So it has a good stability of coaching veteran and young. A veteran coach and a young coach making a good stable of coaches for Melanie. But the Melanie thing is they 2-0 and they're the champions. So I think respect is the word that we're going to be looking at Melanie for their big game coming up against Norman. And you know who the characters is at Melanie already. I'm looking for what these guys, when I say these guys, I'm talking about Caden Foloco Lewis. I'm talking about legend Mr. Everything Riviera. I'm talking about Gerald Big G Prosper, and my new favorite guy at Melanie, I like to call this kid Lou Good for 2, Luther Lavelle. What are these guys going to do come Saturday against a higher ranked Norman team? They are the champions. They are still the champions. But Norman coming in with a high rank. Are they playing for the rank? Or are they playing for the colors? What's going to be the motivation around the Melanie camp to get these boys amped up for this game? Because I know they can do. I've seen them do it. I've seen 2 touchdown Lou do his thing. Because Lou going to get them 2. Every game they played. You know what I mean? So when I think about Melanie, They're coming in at number 4 right now. They got a big-time game against Norman. And I think the winner of that game, if they can pull that game off, their movement in the rankings is going to be high, high, high. The number 4 team, the Melanie Raiders. The number 3 team, holding their spot down at number 3, the Willie Hall Panthers. Veteran coaches again. Coach Ernest, Coach Fack. But now, when you think about Willie Hall has played the toughest schedule to this point in this division. They played a tough Herrera team. They won 6-0. Cashier. And let me clear it up. I've been saying Cashier for like 3 years now. The man name not Cashier. He checked me on. He got my mind right. The man name is Cashier. And from now on, I'm going to get your name right, little brother. Cashier, not Cashier. Casher, right? But he scored their touchdown in a 6-0 over Herrera week 1. Tough game. Top 5 ranked Herrera at the time. Then they come back and play what I call a team to beat. They beat McHugh. Tyrese Coleman took it around the left side for a long touchdown run. But the most impressive thing I saw about their win against McHugh was Chris, Ace, Big OG Thomas. He dominated that game. He dominated that game. So all the hard work this little dude be putting in, I promise you, I saw it pay off on the field. He was literally unblockable, unstoppable. So now you got Big OG, you got Casher. See, I said it right, huh? Casher. You got OG, you got Casher, Tyrese Coleman. So more playmakers starting to evolve for this team. And they played the toughest schedule. And I think back now, they get a St. Rock team. So now we can see how many points could this offense actually score. Because they've been beating people by 1 touchdown, 6-0, 8-0. Can this Willie Hall team mass up a lot of points moving on against the St. Rock Crusaders this Saturday at Goretti? The number 2 team, the Goretti Saints, led by everybody knows Kohan and Barbarian Davis. But this is a tricky, tricky team because they have playmakers with no names and no faces because we all know Kohan, we all know Terrell Wilkes, we all know J.R., we all know Stiles, but they got some kids on this team you better be careful of, and Coach Nick. Let me say this thing I like about Coach Nick. I got to give dude props. And I know why a lot of people around the city is starting to adapt to and want to come be around and come play for Coach Nick. Coach Nick really keeps it fun for his kids. But Coach Nick got one of the biggest games of his career is coming up this Saturday against the number 5 ranked Herrera Rams. This might be the biggest regular season game of the Goretti Saints and Coach Nick and Coach Ryan career against Herrera. They're coming into your park, coming for the respect that you're getting that I think Herrera won't. Everybody looking at Goretti like they're the best team. They're the best team, like they already in the championship. Oh no, my brother, you got to play the game. So when I think about Goretti, my whole question is, moving forward, this Herrera game, this one particular game, is not a division game, it's not a conference game, but it is a game to say if you have arrived or not. Because you played cutoff, you played Beininger, you scored up on them a lot, but now you're about to get a team that's coming in here with a little clout about themselves too. So the question for Goretti is, can you hold up against a top 5 team? You ain't seen one all year. Now we're going to see what is your team really made of. The number 2, Goretti Saints. The number 1 team, 3rd week in a row, Coach Cool Kelly, my guy, Jaquan Ford, and the Norman State Wildcats. Lil Ryan, what's up, brother? I see you. I see you, bro. Now, my spiel on Norman is this. You have the biggest game of y'all young career coming up, too. Because the Melanie Raiders, the champions, are coming to y'all house playing for y'all spot. And y'all know how I roll. In order to beat a man, you got to beat the man. So Milton looking at this, I'm looking at this for Milton like this is a big-time championship game in demeanor and what it's about. Because right now, Norman's sitting at the top of the bracket. They sitting at the top of the chain. Will they hold off? Jaquan, what you going to do? That's my question to Norman. Coach Cool Kelly, what are y'all going to do? Milton coming in here to take the number 1 spot from y'all. So this whole top 5 is really about the question, what y'all going to do? Because this week, it get real. It get real this week. The top 5 gets real. Number 1, Norman, playing up against number 4, Milton. Number 2, Goretti, playing up against number 5, Herrera. All going down Saturday at 12 o'clock. Let's run through this top 5 again. At number 5, the Herrera Rams. At number 4, the Melanie Raiders. At number 3, the Willie Hall Panthers. At number 2, the Goretti Saints. And at number 1, the Norman State Wildcats. Now, let's take a look at how the coaches voted before we get up out of here. And that's how the coaches voted. That's how we coming. But check this out. Before we get out of here, I want to remind y'all, November 26th, the 4th annual 1008 TV Youth Sports Awards. November 26th, the 4th annual 1008 TV Youth Sports Award. Sponsorships are still available. Naming rights are still available. And if you just want to make a donation to the cause, it's still available. Coaches, every coach around the city, listen to me. If y'all ain't hollered at me yet for what I asked y'all about some weeks ago, I need y'all to get with me just to ensure that every team has representatives from their team at the 4th annual award show. And that's just how we rocking, baby. 1008 TV Youth Sports. We're in the building. Y'all already know what to do. Holla back. Yeah.